Listen, folks, I just want to go ahead and start out by saying the second most important thing you're going to do in 2026 is vote for the Homie Awards.
I've done it.
Okay, so now I gotta ask, what's the most important thing they need to do in 2026?
Watching the Homie Awards.
Hey. You know what? I can get jiggy with that.
Yeah, I can get jiggy with that shit.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, what are we sipping on here?
Sipping on a little bit of Bumbu.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
But you could be.
Absolutely, you could be. I would love to get lit off your dime every episode.
Yeah.
I don't know how productive they'd be, but they'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to give us
a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you guys want to give us money, we'll drink this shit every episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do it.
I'll mix it with some Pepsi so Madam Web can't get us.
Yeah. Then we got protection and litness.
Yeah.
Come on. But yes, homies, the Homie Award is upon us, and voting is now live. As a matter of fact, I will put a link right here, so or somewhere in this vicinity, probably here. But check it out. And it is only, I think, 18 total categories, 17 or 18. Only takes you a few minutes to complete. And doing so is how you make the Homie Award so special. I want an even bigger turnout than last year. So go ahead, cast your votes. I have not peeked yet to see what they're looking like, but I'm very curious to do so to see where everything is at. And so you guys can go ahead now and put your votes in for the Homie Awards. What you think was the best superhero movie? What was the worst? Best action? Best score? Best music? Best visual effects? And then what about the TV shows? There were 9 superhero TV shows for the year 2025. There were only 4 movies, so they got put into all categories. But there were 9 TV shows. So there's a lot. So there's a lot that you guys can go vote for. A lot that you guys have watched. Now it's time to make your voice be heard and let your opinions be known.
I think the TV shows are going to be a much more competitive area than in previous years. I think the movies will be a little bit less interesting, just because while I have my own idea for a favorite of what came out last year, I don't think there was necessarily like a bad one.
No,
we normally have a dud or several thanks to Sony, but they gave up. So.
On that note, I would like to point out I was inspired to go back and look at last year's Homie Awards just for comparison's sake. And we had 6 movies last year, 6 superhero movies last year. Only one of them was good, and that's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And so, Junior walked away with everything last year.
He did.
But this year...
And a drinking problem.
And he came with that.
Next year is going to be really, really tough in that category because
we hope so.
We're only going to have 4 again, right? It's going to be Clayface, Supergirl, Brand New Day, and Doomsday.
Yeah.
And to stand up against the Goliath that is an Avengers movie, have we ever had an Avengers movie not win one of these things?
No, the only time where it was close was 2018, and because that's when we got Black Panther that year,
right?
Infinity War, and Into the Spider-Verse. All 3 of those were extremely popular, but I believe, actually I'm certain, that Infinity War still walked away with it.
Yeah, so to stand up against Doomsday, which that latest trailer, I guess we go right into that. We got to touch on that a minute. I'll be honest, when the first rumors came out that said the third one's going to be an X-Men trailer, we were all like, but that trailer has been officially released. We knew last week that it was an X-Men trailer, but we've now got to see it in all of its crisp fidelity. And I got to be honest, I'm very impressed with Cyclops.
I am so curious as to what destroyed the X-Mansion and the X-Men this time.
And I will say, as a lifelong Cyclops hater, this is actually a pretty dope scene.
Yeah.
So
it's very cool. It's almost like someone somewhere realized, hey, Cyclops isn't really, he's actually a lot cooler than this. So we can.
Do you think, and this is the question I think that's on all the minds of all the super nerds, will they give us a "To Me, My X-Men" here, or will we get blue balls like we did with Avengers Assemble, and we got to wait till like Avengers 9 or whatever for that?
That's a great question. So it would hit me right in the feels if somehow we get whichever of the old school Fox X-Men we have now, and to get Professor X or even Cyclops to say to me my X-Men, and to have them kind of charge in the battle. That would send chills down my spine. However, I can also see them waiting to do that for like whatever new slate of X-Men they're going to roll out with.
Yeah.
Will it hit the same? They'd have to build it up just like they did with Cap saying Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to. If they're not going to do it, I want them to. I want to read them the forecast.
Oh,
But we don't know that. Is Halle Berry confirmed?
you know, oddly enough, she hasn't been confirmed that I'm aware of,
Yeah,
which is interesting.
that's unfortunate.
Right.
We got that other Storm.
I mean,
Yeah,
she's too busy dealing with frogs, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we got Alexandra Shipp,
yeah.
which I mean, I like they went with like the Mohawk look for her, and I think it was Apocalypse.
The writing just wasn't there for that
Oh
character.
my gosh, for anybody.
Yeah, her portrayal wasn't the problem, but
Yeah.
listen, if you got Oscar Isaac in your movie and you can't make something out of it, he's not the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah. Let's get it together.
And I do mean that for every Oscar Isaac movie. Read between the lines.
We can't go one episode, without.
You keep bringing it up.
I'm
Not this time.
Okay.
Not this time.
You-
But the
you
last two times.
All right, I'll accept that. But this X-Men trailer is dope. Professor X and Magneto look like shit,
Yeah.
and you wonder what in the world has wrecked them. So I mean, you guys, it is a little hard to see, but did you guys see like this? I'm assuming the Sentinel walking in the background.
Yeah.
Doing.
I actually did not see that.
Yeah, during
Yeah.
the Cyclops, you actually can see the Sentinel leg in the background.
Yeah. So
Well, more than likely, that has a strong play.
yeah. Super curious to see what the hell happens with this. How fucking long is Doomsday gonna be?
It's got to be like damn near 3 hours.
3 hours.
Gotta be, right?
Tree fitty.
Oh,
And the fourth trailer has leaked, and all of the rumors about that trailer were wrong. Because
the ones I saw were pretty spot.
Oh, okay. Most of the ones I saw said that the fourth trailer, rather, the final trailer, was going to be more of a generic trailer for the film. And that's not what it is, actually, at all. We know now that it is actually a Wakandan / it's really a Shuri and Namor trailer, but then there is also additionally, Okoye is in it, M'Baku, which
Ben Grimm.
and then Ben Grimm is in it. There's like a M'Baku and Ben Grimm scene.
I'm going to wait for the official trailer drop, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, this one looked a lot better than all the other leaked trailers.
Yeah, it really did. Like somebody got like a real nice cam of it. And hats off to the people who are suffering through Avatar, Fire and Ash to capture these trailers.
Right. So that trailer is interesting. I don't really know how much to glean from it. There's not a whole lot to glean from any of these. Obviously, the X-Men one is the one that's causing like the most stir because it's been forever since we've seen these guys in this kind of capacity. And I mean, so honestly, I think if this is the last of the trailers, I would say the X-Men for last. If it were me, I would say that trailer for last. Because to me, like that's still the money shot trailer of them all so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea for the Wakandan one at the end is sort of more like, okay, Namor is going to have a big presence here, which everybody's very happy with, and then also kind of all right, we're now showing the Fantastic Four like actually interacting with our heroes, which I think is a really that's a big deal. We knew we were going to get that, but this is the first time we're ever going to actually see it. I'm also glad that the rumors of one of the trailers being a Doctor Doom trailer were false, because that would have sucked.
Yeah, showing Doctor Doom now is a damned if you do and damned if you don't scenario.
Yeah.
Because if you do show Doom and it's bad, then people are gonna shit on this movie and trash it a whole damn near calendar year before it comes out.
Yeah.
And even if it's good, even if it's a good trailer, people are going to theorize and they're going to work themselves into a shoot. And, they're going to hype it up to be something. And then when it turns out to be something different, even if that different thing is still good, they're going to shit on it.
I feel like this isn't the last time that's going to come up tonight.
Yeah, like it seems very much like on brand for this episode.
I don't know what you guys could possibly be talking about. So, I don't know when we're going to get like the first actual full cut put together trailer. Again, I still assume maybe the Super Bowl. That's always a good dependable spot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. I am curious about that for sure.
If it was me, I wouldn't show Doom not 1 second. Like, wait for the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, honestly, if anything, if we're going to do something like that, it needs to be like this, like, not even a silhouette shot, but like kind of like part of his cape is just draped in front of the camera or some shit like that. It needs to be something so vague that, if they're going to do it at all.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask this question probably 17 more times between now and the actual premiere of Avengers Doomsday. But what do you guys think the plot for the movie is going to be? Because we still really don't know.
I think, so best guess for me, I think that Steve Rogers going back in time and then having the kid is going to be a huge dent to the timeline in some way, shape, or form. Might even be what causes the incursions to start. Obviously, I think that Tom Hiddleston's Loki is going to have a pretty central role in this in some way. I think at a bare minimum, we're going to get a reunion between him and Thor, obviously. So, yeah, there's a lot, man. There's really a lot here that's kind of in the mix, like different points they need to touch on. But I think that the central theme is going to be around Cap going back in time and what the effects of him doing that has on the timeline and possibly on the multiverse, Because I think just him going back to where he was like originally going to be or whatever probably wouldn't have caused this huge thing. But like in the theme of like the sacred timeline or whatever, Cap isn't supposed to go back. Yeah. He used the Infinity Stones to do that. And not even this universe's Infinity Stones, a different universe's Infinity Stone. So yeah, it's problematic as far as that goes. And so then for him to also then have a kid and like produce a whole person that was not ever supposed to exist, I think that could even be Doctor Doom if they want to do something crazy like that. But I doubt they will.
My prediction is wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
See, here's the thing. Both of you are probably right. And I also hope that both of you are not right, but both of you are probably right. I really don't want them to play off any more of the time shenanigans. Yeah. I give it a break in Endgame because I think the movie is tremendous, but it's still messy.
It is messy.
Yeah. And so it's hard to unmessy time travel by adding more context. And
it worked in Loki season 2 pretty well.
It did, but thankfully they stayed away mostly from the time travel that was in in the Avengers movies.
I mean, it's also like I have a strong feeling that obviously multiverse stuff is going to be happening with the obviously the Fantastic Four was not part of the MCU until they showed up at the end of Thunderbolts. But
with a Z.
So there's a strong possibility the Cap that we see is not necessarily the Cap that went back in time, but a Cap from a different universe.
Could be.
That has had a kid in his own universe.
Here's the thing, what you said, Oz. What you said is actually really intelligent, and that's the problem because moviegoers have proven that the casual audience has proven. You can look online and just look at some of these theories and questions. A lot of them are really dumb.
Yeah. Whatever it is, like I know they're gonna have to boil it down real hard.
So
that people can get it.
I'm already gonna hate some of the exposition in this movie. I already know it.
Yeah.
I'm bracing for it 11 months in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be cool if maybe I like the idea of the incursions being the catalyst for why and how all of this starts. I think it should be the Fantastic Four's fault. You sent Galactus somewhere else you don't even fucking know, and now he's eating planets in a whole nother realm.
Yeah, and I think now that they're just trying to clean it up. That's why they're like, doing their whole thing.
Yeah.
So
it's technically the surfer that did that.
Well, the surfer needed somewhere to knock his ass into.
That's true.
And so he knocked him into the MCU. Got
it. You guys think Galactus will be in the movie?
I think it would be cool if. So I think for Secret Wars, definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stake in there now. I think that maybe he's talked about in Doomsday, and then maybe we get a glimpse of him.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
Like maybe he's sitting on his massive planet eating machine.
Or hell, maybe Doom, in his mind, he's trying to acquire this power so that he can stop Galactus in his own self-righteous way.
I mean, that makes sense too.
Yeah.
I could see it.
But I guess because so the mini universes theory like kind of has to have more of a happen anyway because of they got RDJ to play Doom, which we all know, which would be is going to be. I really look forward to that scene between him, that Doom and Cap because you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Also with Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
So again, I agree with you guys say to a degree. To a degree, I hope it doesn't happen because I don't want this to be about who you look like because, hell, the mask should stay on for most of this damn movie. I want it to be about him being Doom, not who he used to be.
Yeah, but how him looking exactly like Tony Stark has to be a major plot point. It just has to be.
And I hate that because
and you don't get him for that if you're not going to do it.
I know, and from day one I've said I've hated that because Doom is enough of a character. We don't need to rely on, man, you look just like Mr. Stark.
I agree, but that's the world we live in.
I know. Yeah.
I think if you get RDJ to play him and you don't do that, that's the worst. Like, I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't have got RDJ.
Yeah.
At all. But if you're going to get him, you have to address it. You can't not.
Yeah, it can't be just this elephant in the room that never gets talked about.
Yeah, like the Thor crying scene.
Oh, my
God.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. You don't put it out there.
It's not very often that Caleb and I agree on stuff. And, like, this is one that him and I are very much on the same page on.
It's not very often that I said, I hope you guys are wrong so many times.
You don't set that shit up if you're not going to pay it off.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well,
let's get into it.
Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Homies, one and all, allow me to welcome you back to another very special episode of the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I'm here with the world's greatest co-host. I'm referring to the homie Caleb.
That's right. I'm using my co-host powers to cook up my own categories for the Homie Awards. You guys are really going to love them this year. Can't wait.
And of course, we are here once again with one of our nerd aficionados, referring to one of my oldest and closest, the homie Oz.
What's going on? I'm here to say that mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
And
taking a shit.
I was gonna say that and morning erections.
Yeah,
that's for all of that.
Yep. It was a reference anyway.
No, we know.
Yeah, we know. But they're more than just for coffee. That's what we're saying. So we are here to discuss the finale of Stranger Things. The strangest of things has come to a close. They have literally closed the book and put it back on the shelf.
You can almost say that stranger things have happened.
You could.
You can say a lot of things. It's a podcast. But the show is now done and over. There's been a whole lot of copium on the internet from every which way. People saying things like, well, that's not the end. There's going to be a secret episode.
That drops today.
That might be the biggest copium.
Yeah.
How much shit would we have to eat if they did just drop an episode while we recorded this?
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix confirmed today, like, there was so much fervor about it that Netflix finally came out and was like, no, the complete series is streaming. That's it. And like the theories around this. First of all, we're reviewing the finale, which we all watched on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Full spoilers. We're a week removed from it. We wanted to give you guys time and also give ourselves time to like digest it. Because I mean, honestly, if we had gone and reviewed it right after, I'd have been like, it's a 10. Probably not. I probably still would have been, I would have been much more exuberant about it like right after and like caught up in the emotion of it. So
yeah,
full spoilers for all of Stranger Things. Nothing is safe. So stick around. But I will say that this whole conspiracy about like a episode 9 or whatever is one of the most insane things I have ever heard. And it of course proved to be false.
I mean, it's just like I've been saying throughout this entire little series of season 5 is like the ridiculousness of all these fan theories and the uproar of people who are like, if this doesn't happen, I'm going to hate the show. And I'm like, listen, the Duffer Brothers have gone on multiple interviews and said, we appreciate all of your fan theories, but we are just going to produce a show. It's not as crazy as you guys think it is. And we're going to tie up most of, if not all of the loose ends.
They also said all the fan theories are wrong.
Correct.
And they were correct. I mean, and I think I said this when we reviewed the volume 1 of season 5. I was like, I don't really want this crazy. I would vastly prefer just a straightforward ending.
Yeah.
I think I even made a Return of the King reference in that. I was like, I would want something like that.
Yeah. Give me my tied up.
Like, what would I
nice
want? Do I want something to like completely fucking blow my mind? Sure. Christopher Nolan's coming out with the Odyssey this year. Good fucking times. Like, I don't want the Duffer Brothers to. That's not what I need them for.
No.
I want them to tie the little story up in a nice, neat little bow. Did I think it was perfect? No, and we'll get into it. But like, I would much rather prefer we have what we had than them try to pull some 11th hour, shock and awe bullshit, because it would have fallen flat.
It probably would have. The only fan theory that I was prescribing and kind of hoping for, my D&D heart was really hoping for, was that the body of Eddie Munson was not dead. He was going to be like his new general in this season, and he was going to betray him like Cass did the actual Vecna. That was and it wasn't a serious, a thing. I just, that hurt my heart a little bit. But at the same time, it didn't need it.
I would have flipped your couch over with you in it if that had happened.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, Eddie did not need to be in this.
He really didn't.
His loss needed to be felt. It's it's a plot point that was such a big part of the season 4 finale that I feel like to undo it would have caused a lot of harm to the show. I think the way that his death was actually used ultimately was probably the best you can hope for with a character death like that.
Yeah, no, and again, that was just my D&D heart wanting that. But even then, I didn't think the story needed it. Not really, at least.
I am admittedly of two minds when it comes to the Duffers and how they handle death in this series. Because on one hand, I think that they handle death tremendously when they do it. It's just sometimes you could make the argument that when the stakes are really high, they don't do it maybe enough or at the right moments. But I look at when they killed, what's her name, Beth? What's her name?
Barbara. Barb.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, we really didn't know Barb that much, but she resonated with people, and when she died, it was like, wow.
Hashtag justice for Barb.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was Sean Austin's character's name?
Bob.
Bob. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Bob worked at Radio Shack back when that was a real job.
Yeah, back when it was a real proud job too.
Yeah, probably could afford a house,
right?
And 2 cars,
right. At Radio Shack.
Yeah.
When he died, it
hits.
Yeah, it hit.
Mm-hmm. In season 3, I will say the death of Alexi didn't really get me.
Well, it was Alexi, but it was also
Billy's is the death that got me in that one.
Yeah. Because Billy had this very tragic death.
Yeah.
He was a character that we didn't care about. That a lot of us probably hated. He was a shitbag. But
I definitely hated him.
But he didn't deserve what happened to him.
No.
And by the time it was all said and done with, like, we cared because Max cared.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
I will say, yeah, I agree that the Alexi death didn't really get me as much. So,
and then of course Eddie. I feel like to a degree you can make the argument that the deaths kind of build upon each other in terms of like the big major deaths that happen throughout the series.
yeah.
And for that, I always have to give the Duffers kudos because to introduce these characters who, with the exception of Billy, they were all in just one contained season. You know, to have people feel that kind of way about those characters is pretty outstanding. And and then to have those characters die and have people resonate with them so much is pretty cool thing to do with your storytelling. But yeah, so there's a lot that we can get into here with this season finale. Where would we like to start?
Let me just go ahead and say the internet discourse about this episode overall, or really season 5 in general, is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen. And that's a high bar on the internet. I think that I've seen people compare this final season and this finale to things like Rise of Skywalker, to things like the end of Game of Thrones. And to me, that is like, I can't even begin to acknowledge that person's opinion because that's just an incredibly fucking bonkers thing to say or feel. Like it's not even a hot take. It's just fucking dumb.
And honestly, I think it just kind of stems down to their theory didn't happen, and so they're mad about it.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of that. And don't get me wrong. Netflix and the Duffers, like they didn't foster an environment where it was unlikely for this to happen. Yeah. The incredibly long gap in between the seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we waited, 3 years for this?
Yeah. We did.
And when you have a 3-year wait for something, I mean, think about the wait from Infinity War to Endgame. 1 year.
Yep.
And that felt excruciating for people who were left hanging by that.
Yeah.
They left us hanging 3 fucking years ago with season 4, with all the stuff that happened in season 4 and this big build up for the final season. With that much anticipation and that much production time and all this, it was going to be very, very hard for anything they put out to meet those expectations. Correct. And that's not me letting them off the hook and just saying, oh, you can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like, they created an environment where the expectations were going to, like, supersede whatever they released no matter what.
Agreed, yeah.
You know, the onus is still on them to come out with a great product. I don't think in the world of TV finales, I don't feel like it was... I think it's probably somewhere in the middle, you know? I don't think it's awful. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't put it up there with, like, The Shield as, like, one of the greats. Yeah. But...
So I guess speaking in broad strokes of how I felt about the ending of this show, again, I'm kind of two minds. On one hand, I think that the emotional payoff of this show was top notch. Yeah. If their goal was primarily we want you to feel something about these characters. We want you to remember why you love these characters in the first place. We want you to resonate with them and their adventures and where they're going and what they're doing. If that was their goal, they 1,000% succeeded, I think. On the other hand, though, unfortunately, we are critics. If you look at this, and if you look at how some of the things in the story plays out, if you look at just some of the broader strokes of the finale, sans that last 30 minutes, it's good, but it's not like it's mind-blowing television. It's good. It's a vehicle to get us to the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think the production value is there. I think it's incredibly well produced. It's very clear that it costs a lot of money.
Why is Dimension X? Is that just Mars?
Right? Yeah.
Huh?
There's so many questions. I will add too that this is a show that started as horror and graduated more and more into high fantasy the longer it went. And I think that that's also a separation of what you see online. Is I think you have people who started watching this show thinking this is a horror series, and season 1 very much was.
100%, yeah.
And so I think you have people who were like horror fans and like, oh, I want to watch this horror series. And then as it went on, it just steamrolled a bunch of fucking nerds. Not to say you can't like both things, but I think if you got into this and wanted to watch it because from a I like horror perspective, I think that camp tends to have one set of feelings about it, and then I think the nerdy D&D people that watch it tend to have a more positive view of it because that's how it played out. It very much played out the way a D&D campaign does. Mm-hmm. The DM had this big bad. He thought it was going to take the players a lot longer to kill it. It didn't.
I feel that to my core.
And then after they just, kind of unceremoniously trounce this fucking guy, then you get to have all the cool character moments and everything.
I will say this episode actually got. I know in the first 2 volumes, I felt like there's quite a few characters that fell a lot more flat this season than they have in the previous seasons. Hopper, 11. I will give it to them. They have upped the ante, in my opinion, in this episode for those characters. But I still feel like overall, I could have done with a little more emotion out of all of them. Like at the end of each season, I felt very moved in some way. I'm either crying in some way, especially season 4, my favorite season still. When Eddie died, everything that Dustin was feeling, I felt. And, I was crying. This season, I only teared up twice. And, don't get me wrong, those were very good scenes. I felt like it's a little more disconnected than previous seasons. Maybe because they're wrapping things up. I don't know.
I thought that the emotions in the finale are really good. I didn't have any where I was teared up like I did in volume 2.
Right.
But I did have a lot of scenes that really hit me. Them putting the notebooks up.
Yeah, that was good.
And kind of watching them pass it on to the next generation. I really enjoyed that scene a lot. It got me right in the feels. We were talking about this earlier. Fucking dipshit Derek is going to be the worst person to play D&D with.
God.
Honestly, I think it's going to be Holly's best friend that's going to be the worst. Because she's like, you told me this wasn't going to be nerdy. It's super nerdy. And I'm like...
No, see, that's the person that's going to think it's lame and even tell their friends that it's lame, but they're going to keep going.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to love it. Yeah.
And they're going to love it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, Ace. No,
yeah. Yeah, dipshit Derek's going to be the dude who argues with the DM for 30 minutes in the middle of the session. Mm-hmm. Holly's going to end up kicking him off the table. This is a dipshit. Race human class dipshit. But I love those scenes. I will say I think Millie Bobby Brown absolutely sucked as 11 through the entire season, and I think it just got worse for me. I don't think she's any better in the finale. I think maybe she was better in episode 1 than she was at any other point, and I feel like with each episode it just dropped off more and more for me. She made that same goddamn face.
She did.
She did make that, and the whole time we were watching it, it's like every time she was on screen, everybody was just like, "It's the face."
Yeah, and I doubt that she was directed to make Stoneface.
No, she always looked like she just smells something horrible for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the one of the different set cut, reached into his ass and then rubbed it right here on the upper lip and said, "And action."
Action.
And then she put
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this, I thought that there were a lot of cool moments, a lot of really, really good scenes here. Nothing tear-worthy. It's not Logan. But there were still some really cool scenes in this episode, though.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the lead up to what leads us to getting to the big bad drag out fight.
Yep. So the end of volume 2, we got the plan, and the plan is that they're going to let Vecna bring Dimension X closer and closer to Earth so that they can use the radio tower to climb up to it and go and fight Vecna in his lair. Simultaneously, while this is happening, 11 and Kali are going to infiltrate his mind with Max's assistance. And then also simultaneously, Hopper and Murray are going to blow, at the end of, once all that's done on the way out, they're going to blow up the, is it antimatter?
No, it's, oh God. It's like cosmic matter?
Cosmic matter, whatever, whatever shit. They're
Gray
gonna,
matter.
Yeah, they're going to blow that up over Hawkins' lab, which is then also just going to completely collapse the wormhole, which is the upside down, and then everybody goes home, and the military is just going to sit it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a hell of a fucking plan. I wasn't entirely sold on the plan, especially like the whole radio tower thing, but I was like, it's gonna be the last episode. I'll roll with it.
Right.
So that part for me was a little bit just don't think about it, Morty.
Right.
Just kind of roll with it. But at least they had some issues getting up there.
Yeah. I will say that was the longest pause
Ever.
when Steve almost falls off the tower.
We just had to wait for the Duffers to hit R2 so that they would reach out and grab him.
Yeah.
Right, that's fair.
The quick time event.
Yeah. That's what that was. Did you guys actually think that Steve was going to die there?
No.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, of course, in the heat of the moment, yes, I thought, oh my God, shit, don't you do this. And then Jonathan's there to catch him. But I'm like, you bitches. But I never once thought he was actually going to die right there. Because I feel like that would have been a very underwhelming death for a character like Steve Harrington.
Yeah, a little uneventful. Even if he did fall, I would still thought he lived.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he landed on something, L or some other telekinetic person.
Assassin's Creed, ball of hay.
Right.
Upside down.
Honestly, if he did fall, I would think he would actually just kind of hit towards the bottom. Like, he'd probably slow his descent by hitting rungs and shit. And, like, yes, he'd be maimed very badly. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, he'd still live if he did fall.
I mean, he got plot armor, so he'd have been fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, hell of a Hail Mary, I guess is what I can say in terms of that plan. But it relied on a lot of things working simultaneously. I am grateful that at least the plan had issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Team L, her and Kali and Max, we see them, going in stealth mode here. And this was interesting, right? So we have Hopper, at least at this point, he's protecting L as she's in the tank. And she goes on to with Kali, and then we get Max. I mean, Max, she knew that, she was going to be part of the plan. I don't know if she knew exactly when, though.
Yeah. No, and, like, honestly, I think we were all like, what the fuck is happening to Max? Oh, she was part of the plan.
Yeah, there wasn't no heads up or no signal or nothing.
No.
It's like, just boom.
Just
and Vicky,
chilling.
poor Vicky. She was like, what the fuck?
Like, I would have liked to have known, like, a time frame, because, like, what if you're just taking the shit and then you just...
Go full Undertaker on the toilet, man.
Yeah. Terrible timing, be right, because the military is also coming for them as well at that same time, so...
Which, you pointed this out while we're actually, we were watching it, and I was like, you were like, this is the first time the military felt menacing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess better late than never. I'll take it now, I would have preferred them feel intimidating sooner, but I'll take it now.
Yeah.
On that same vein, though, ultimately, besides this last little bit we see them, they are utterly useless to anything happening in the fucking story.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
They got Sarah Connor for this, and I'm sorry, that was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, at no point have I ever enjoyed the military plot in season 4 or 5. Honestly, I think the show would have just been fine without it. I mean, I get that, like, Vecna can't, blow up half the fucking town and open gates and shit, and then, like, the U.S. government doesn't come investigated or whatever. But there were just ways that they could have gone about this whole thing. Like, all the military were just these incredibly tropey kind of...
Yeah.
You know, and granted, yes, that's how the movies would have portrayed them in the 80s or whatever, but, I mean, that particular trope just feels so...
Lazy.
It was lazy and grating, and it didn't... You know, from jump, it was never going to have a satisfying resolution. You know
like,
what I mean?
The closest thing to a satisfying anything with this is when Hopper was fighting in Volume 1.
Yeah, Volume 1.
That was the closest thing to satisfying for this whole thing, and I still hated it. Like, I hated that whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So...
I agree, and I'm with you. I guess I was just happy that they did something of somewhat use.
Yeah, I definitely agreed. I'm like, and also, like, they just kind of, like, wrote off Erica and Mr. Clark right off the rap.
Yeah, they did.
I'm like, Like, come on now. Like, you can't spell America without Erica, and fucking Mr. Clark is the GOAT. Why the fuck would you put them on the sidelines at, I'm not saying they need to be front and center. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying they need to have a little more of a significance to the end of this show.
Yeah, they wrecked them instantly.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
I was like, man, this is the worst place they could pull up on right now. Because these two ain't about to do shit.
Well, we'll definitely talk more about this later, but the military also decided to just fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, they were like, oh, man, there's some crazy shit going on in there. They even wrote the plan on this overhead projector.
Yeah.
We're going to hang out here.
Yeah, we'll hang out here. And then, like, I'm talking about even after that, they're like, oh, we didn't get the girl. Oh, well, pack it up.
Yeah, and that's like, I mean, we're jumping around here, but they are the biggest plot hole, too, where it's just like, you know, Nancy and Hopper both fucking killed them.
Oh, yeah.
What are they going to tell those soldiers' families? Like, oh, you know, we invaded this little town in fucking Indiana, and some girl shot your son in the face. God bless America.
Right. Yeah.
God, honestly, yeah, like the weakest part of this entire story for me, minus the Mike and 11 stuff, has been the military.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all agree that they could have like made the material more dense and more focused had they taken the military stuff out and maybe just replaced it with something more streamlined, something more easier to handle. I don't know.
Like, we did not need we did not need the female Dr. Brenner. We didn't. Like, and it was a watered-down version of Dr. Brenner at the same time. It's
a shame you get Linda Hamilton, who can do whatever you need her to do, especially in a role like this, and you don't give her anything.
And I love how, like, the general, the big bad general from season 4 just kind of gets, like he got burned by Vecna, and he doesn't come back to have his, 80s action flick moment where he's you think he's dead, and then comes back and, no, we don't get the Hans Gruber moment. Well, sorry, Carl.
There you go,
yeah.
I mean, there really should have been a scenario where they should have had, like, I think to me, if they were going to do something like this, is they still had Dr. Owens. So I think it would have been the other way around. I would have had the military dude kind of like have Owens kind of like working at gunpoint kind of thing. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, you figure this shit out, whatever. That kind of thing, rather than having introducing this Dr. K character who was the ultimate nothing burger, just a Terminator reference.
Yeah. That's all he was.
Terminator reference. You know?
Unfortunately.
And we never found out anything about her, no backstory, no what her plan was.
Like,
she was
so
just useless.
Like, we couldn't even care about this villain at all.
Yeah, no, they almost went out of their way to make her super one-dimensional.
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, they could have made her, and by proxy the military, feel more nuanced if their whole idea had been more focused on, yeah, we want the girl, but we also want to stop this. But
yeah.
It seemed more like...
And then, like, getting in the hero's way by doing their thing. Yeah. And, like, that would have made... That's fucking straight up 80s action flick right there.
I can 100% see a scenario where... I think, honestly, I know we're jumping around, we're going to get here for sure, but I can definitely see this last fight scene, for me, being even better if the military's there.
Right? Like, that would have been fucking dope. Mm-hmm. And, like, something I was mentioning to Caleb, like, where the fuck did Vecna's army go?
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
like just based off that little what you were just talking about though, like that would have been a fucking great place for like demo bats, more demo dogs, and fucking no, don't you start.
Well, the demo dogs.
No, stop it, and the Demogorgons. All I'm saying is that would have been a great moment
for Doug Dimmadome.
Oh no, the Dimmadome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. I tried.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, Vecna didn't bring out his best people. Like, apparently he only had those 3 Demogorgons.
Yeah.
And he had 3 Demodogs got wrecked by Karen.
And then he didn't even bring out Doug Dimmadome.
Yeah. Because obviously the budget couldn't afford all that, especially Doug Dimmadome.
Yeah, or the Demobats.
Or the Demobats, yeah. Well, see, they come from Doug Dimmadome's hat.
Oh, that's where he saw the bat.
That's what keeps him,
Yeah, the bat in the hat. Yeah.
No, but to bring us back around, the military would have been a great moment to actually have that fight. Like, this is where the army should be. Like,
I will say this. That would have been fucking tremendous. I do honestly think they didn't do it. I know they had $400 million, but I think it was maybe still budget.
It's real crazy because this whole idea of like, okay, well, Dimension X is like the abyss. It's this land of hatred and death and all this other shit. And like, you know, you go look at the Upside Down. And the Upside Down is like just a evil version of Hawkins, right? It's like a snapshot of Hawkins from the night that L tracked Vecna down for the first time. And we see all the weird fucking vines and all this other shit. And like Vecna's been using this place and the Demogorgon, you know, originally came from there and all this stuff. So you imagine Dimension X being worse than the Upside Down.
yeah.
But you go there and it just looks kind of like ancient Egypt a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's none of this shit. You would think it would be like the Upside Down cranked up to 1,000, right? All this evil fucking nonsense.
A dimension of chaos.
Yeah, it should look like any of the most recent Doom video games up there. But no, it doesn't. It just looks like, you know, a desert with some rocks and shit. And it's just an odd thing. Like, why does the Upside Down look like that? You know, if it's just a wormhole in between these two places, it should kind of look a little more Hawkinsy on our end, and then there should be a gradual, you know, and then on the other end, it should look a little more like the other place. But no, it's just a creepy fucking wormhole dimension, and doesn't really resemble either of them.
Just looks like a Godsmack music video.
Oh my God, you're right.
Vecna just chilling, listening to Straight Outta Line.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell of a reference there, sir. Air 5.
Let's talk about Vecna though, because as incompetent as they made him, right, where he like doesn't have any of his army and he wasn't really prepared for this battle at all. Like, I mean, he got his shit right inside his head too when 11 came in there.
But like, honestly, that was the only scene that kind of made a little sense. Is because he was instituting his plan. He was in a vulnerable state, doing all his mind control shit. That makes sense when 11 shows up and knocks his shit off of the fucking rocker.
Oh, it was
But
great.
right after that, he should have been like, "Fuck you, bitches, you in my house," and then fucking Freddy Krueger that shit.
Well, no. My thing of what he should have done is like when he gave Hopper the whole illusion that he shot her. Why didn't he really do that? Like, why didn't he really actually make Hopper shoot her?
Yeah,
instead of just making him have the illusion that he did.
like honestly, that would have been a fucking amazing moment.
I can only assume that maybe it was tempered or maybe it was too thick. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that the bullets wouldn't have gone through the glass.
I mean, it is a military complex, even though it's a military complex of a copy of a military.
Well, don't think about it.
Still, that glass had to hold an insane amount of pressure.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So that was my only thought about that. You know, is that maybe the bullets just couldn't get through.
But he could hit it with the butt of his gun and break it.
Hey, listen, all right. When you're a named character and you're proficient with the weapon like that, then
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Siege weapon damage.
My bad.
yeah.
My bad.
Listen,
Unarmed strike.
I'm doing my best over here. All right? Stop asking questions. All right.
No, but I definitely agree. Like, honestly, he should have definitely shot her. Like, I think that would have had so much more weight on that scene.
Yeah, it would have been real
Like,
weight.
obviously,
Dark
because
as
they
hell.
were probably they needed her for the end. They weren't gonna be able to kill her right there. But like, have that be like the weakening moment for her. Like, Hopper fucking almost killed her.
Yeah, I will say they finally gave David Harbour something to do here, and I really enjoyed Hopper and his acting.
Yeah.
It kind of got shut down a little bit for me today because somebody overlaid the end scene where Elle like does the sacrifice play or whatever over Yelena walking into the void from Thunderbolts, and they were like, David Harbour had to act out this same plot point twice in 1 year.
God damn.
It's true. He also had to escape from Russian military prisons twice.
God damn.
Like, it's weird that it happened twice.
It is weird, yeah.
It's almost as if he's typed.
If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I have 2 nickels. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is weird that it happened more than once.
In the same year.
Where his adoptive daughter ran a sacrifice
oh
play
my God, God damn it.
Who
dark
he has
entity.
a dysfunctional relationship with.
Yeah. And he's supposed to be some sort of authority figure, but he's terrible at it. Also, how did he end up being the police chief again?
He wasn't.
What was he at the end?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, all right, yeah, my bad.
At the
I'm
end,
sorry.
at the end, he's like back to being the police chief. Yeah. Did they just tell the other guy like, well, it turns out that Jim Hopper was alive and he actually killed a couple of military people.
I want to say, like,
him
in
to be the
season
chief.
4, Homeboy had a hard time being police chief. He's probably like, thank you for coming back, boss. Here you go.
I stepped down, yeah.
Like, honestly, that character seems like he would do that.
Even if he decided to do that, there's still like a lot of red tape and litigation that you have to go. So
military.
You were where? For how
true.
long? And okay, well, can I see these redacted documents that state that Jim Harper
redacted? Redacted.
Produce them. Produce the redacted shit.
This is the 80s, dog. They don't do that then.
They had none of that paperwork back then. None of that shit was digital. Hop got his job back. So they do venture to Dimension X. Gonna give it to you, and it's being nice. I was whelmed by Dimension X. I didn't know what to expect per se. I mean, we saw Holly there for a little bit, but I was like, that's just one piece of it. When we see the full thing, I'm gonna be.
We still only saw a piece of it.
Yeah, we still
like it was literally maybe a quarter mile of.
Yeah, but it's the only piece we're ever gonna fucking see. So I was hoping that we see the cool piece.
Well, until the inevitable spinoff or whatever.
Oh no! Well, the inevitable spinoff better not go to Dimension X.
Well, they already said they are going to explain the little thing that Vecna found and the like origins of the Mind Flayer in the spinoff.
I don't know if I'm entirely interested in them going that route.
Yeah,
honestly, no. Like, I want to see something else. Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. Like I don't need more explanation. Give you know what? Give me an Easter egg, sure, but do not give me a whole fucking story about it.
I want Montauk, damn it! I want the Joyce and Hopper spinoff where they move
honestly,
to Montauk.
No, fuck that. Like I want to see a fucking spinoff with fucking Nancy. I want to see her being a fucking ace reporter finding strange shit to report about.
You're gonna get that.
Is that right?
There's a is it a graphic novel?
Oh yeah, they are doing a comic book, right?
Yeah, they're doing a graphic novel of exactly that.
Okay, fuck yeah. Then I'm happy. I don't need anymore.
They're also doing a animated that takes place between 2 and 3.
I believe so. Yeah.
Animated show, but it takes place between 2 and 3.
I don't need that, but okay.
Yeah. Yep, same. But
it's just gonna be
like
them,
Rogue One. I didn't need that either, but I'm glad I did.
Rogue One is retroactively way better now because of Andor.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying when it came out, I didn't need.
Yeah, we didn't need it in 2015
because it explained one fucking one thing from episode 4. One. That was it.
Yeah.
How they got the Death Star plans?
No. Well, yes, but not that. I didn't need that. It's why there was a vent hole that was no bigger than 2 meters wide. Is because this fucker put it in there.
Yeah.
Intentionally. That was the whole reason.
But we had to get Cassian Andor.
Anyway.
George Lucas is such a genius. He was like, they're not going to get it now, but 45 years from now.
Yeah, you guys weren't ready for that one, but your kids are going to love it.
Probably your grandkids. Oh, shit. So they get to Dimension X, going to give it to you, and yeah, it's a little barren. But you know what? In the moment, though, I was thinking, okay, it doesn't look like much, but I'm sure that the rest of this budget went somewhere, and it did.
Yeah,
it went to a giant Went to giant goddamn John Peters.
Listen, guys, just because of who
Wild
we
Wild
are,
West spider.
who we are and things we know, when they fought a giant spider at the end, that's all we could think about. Is that John Peters...
So we're going to fight a big-ass spider.
Yeah, he's got to fight a giant spider at the end. I was like, motherfucker.
I'll be damned. And then, like, it's hilarious, right? If you go through the credits at the end of the episode, you're like, and John Peters, like, God damn it.
I will say that the CGI on the Mind Flayer was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where all the money went.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I guess, and this may be just me looking too much into it, but like, I thought the Mind Flayer was a big ball of smoke.
You mean what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we've seen it previously, but I guess we've never seen it
Well,
like
that's
this.
the first time we see it is when Vecna goes into Dimension X and he sees it and forms it into the spider. Where does this flesh monster come from? Or
That's
rock
the original
monster?
creature that called out to him. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the original creature, and the version that was in the upside down was basically like I guess a projection of it.
Sure. I will say I called that shit where I think it was the end of Volume 2 when we see Holly, do her whole thing. I knew that was the inside of a monster. Because you could see teeth in the bottom of its like where they're standing. I'm like, I ran this story in D&D. I know what they're in. That is a monster.
You can also see the heart beating up there.
That's
at
true.
the top,
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. They and like Wu-Tang Clan tried to tell Vecna to protect your neck. And
Yeah. But you know the problem is the sun didn't come out yet.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
the
it.
problem is.
Is there even a sun in Dimension X?
Damn, that's a good question. We don't know.
Gotta protect your neck.
There's got to be something because it's.
How do you guys feel about Joyce getting the final kill?
I didn't see it coming, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I was kind of the same. Like, I was like, why are they giving it to her? But then at the same time, I was like, I guess, she kind of deserves that. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so they've all been put through shit, so it's not fair to say that you don't want to compare trauma and suffering amongst that group.
Of course not. Yeah.
We'll be here all week.
Yeah.
It's not like Arya getting the Night King kill, where
Right.
it's just like it made no sense so fucking ever.
Right. Yeah, like, I mean, Vecna stole his her baby, and like she's been through shit with it ever since. And yes, it makes sense for her to get that final kill. Plus, she didn't have a whole lot this episode.
I mean, Joyce didn't have a whole lot this season.
Yeah,
That's true.
The writing really fell off for her in season 5.
Yeah.
I guess I will say this though, it would have been nice if they could have sharpened that axe. I'm not saying that Vecna deserves a
clean slice, but maybe two.
Yeah,
two
maybe,
swings?
even like a dull executioner's blade is gonna get the job done in like 2.
They had to give us a hit for each season.
Oh well, shit.
Was it five swings?
I think it was 4 or 5.
Goddamn. But like, so that whole theory of like this was the fake ending. Like, there's so many theories. Like, I've seen where like because Will ripped off his left arm and Joyce chopped off his head or whatever. Like, they're trying to go with the real Vecna. I'm like, God damn it, guys!
Like
just let it go.
The copium has been incredibly strong.
They might have shit on Vecna, but like writing wise, but Jamie Campbell is one of the best actors on the show, and I'm very excited to see what he does in the future. He's incredible.
He is.
Honestly, I think I'm not. This is gonna come off like I'm just looking for a way to shit on Bill Skarsgård, but I think he would have been an incredible Pennywise. Actually.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. So
someone suggested him for like the next Scarecrow Batman movie.
Ooh,
that would be
fuck yeah.
Honestly, I could even see him as Riddler. I think he'd make a good Riddler.
I can dig that.
Because some of the depictions of Edward Nygma is like he's a very gaunt kind of the very spindly figure.
Yeah,
Riddle me this, Batman.
Yeah, man, that'd be creepy as shit. I mean, unfortunately, we have to wait a while because like they just did Riddler.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that he did an incredible job acting. we all loved the moment where they kind of teased that they were going to humanize Vecna and try to do this face turn bullshit.
Like I could like feel the tension that was building on that side of the couch with us. We were like, "Don't you fucking do this!"
I was this close to just disconnecting from the show.
I was like, "No."
Will was like, "It wasn't you. It was always him." And Vecna was like, "No, dog. Like I worked for this motherfucker because I want to. Like we're partners.
Mm-hmm. I chose
Fuck
him."
y'all. Exactly.
That's like the equivalent of your girl catching you cheating, and she was like, I know that bitch manipulated you. Like, nah, I wanted that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And if this conversation is over, I'm about to go get it
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, like no joke. That scene, like even me and Caleb. I don't know if you did or not, but I know me and Caleb were both like when they revealed it. I was like, good.
Yeah.
Do not humanize my villain right now.
There was all these theories at the end of Volume 1 where they were going to do, Vecna's not the real bad guy. It's been the Mind Flayer the whole time. He was just a victim of the Mind Flayer.
No, it's both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah. It would have just completely... It would have made the whole thing fell flat.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
They try to do a fourth quarter face turn. No, it's not necessary. And we had this exact same conversation when we discussed Volume 2.
Yep.
And Volume 1 maybe even.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm so glad that they did that rug pull.
Like, Dark Knight Rises is not a great movie, but if, like, after the Talia reveal, Bane would have been like, actually, Batman,
Yeah, that would have been...
why don't we save this city together?
Yeah, no, Bane goes, today, Batman, the Dark Knight rises. And he helps him up.
Oh, no.
And then we just
Don't
all walk
say
out
that
the theater
thing.
together. I would have saved a bunch of money because I definitely would have gone back to see that shit again.
Would have never seen how it ended.
Yeah, no. I would have missed that bullshit worst death scene in the history of cinema.
God.
I can't believe. All right, anyway, we want to talk about
Okay,
that. We'll go for 30 minutes on that.
Oh,
shit.
for sure. Again.
Yeah. We've talked at length about that death scene and how it's just the worst possible thing in the history of ever.
What you guys think of the Vecna and L fight?
I actually really enjoyed that. Like the visuals were really nice. I do feel that plot armor. Like she definitely got more hits in than she should have, in my opinion. I think she should have struggled a lot more with it. But I did enjoy the action.
I enjoyed the action too. Don't get me wrong. I actually thought it was probably the best, like, choreographed style action that this show has maybe ever done.
Yeah.
However,
it just got wrapped up very quickly.
Yeah.
That, and I expected Vecna to pull out some different tricks.
Yeah, it's the same stuff we saw him do in the end of Volume 1. It was like, okay, you know they're coming. Why the fuck would you not have prepped?
Well, I think his contingency was the ginormous spider kaiju.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which I thought you were really going to hate because you don't like kaiju at all.
All right, so not gonna lie, I wasn't happy. Like, but because I already knew it existed, it made it a little more easy to swallow for me.
Yeah.
I didn't quite like. I mean, I know that like there's things that are interconnected and tied together. I ain't like how they just beat it.
Right. It was very like Lucas was like, "Yeah, man, we fought this thing before. It's just bigger."
I'm like,
Yeah, and they're gonna beat it the same way they distracted it in season 3. I'm sorry, no.
yeah.
No. Like, sure, have that as a moment, as a throwback, but not make that the turning point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy staggering the gargantuan creature, I would say.
Yeah,
Gargantuan?
no. Like, I don't give a fuck how much Hunter's Mark, how many Hail of Thorns you got. Bitch, you ain't that powerful of a ranger.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no. This thing was like fucking 8 size categories above her.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, even if those were armor-piercing rounds, I don't believe that you can pierce that thing's hide.
Yeah, if it had been like a 50 cal, sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, give me that Desert Eagle. Yeah, 100%. I might have seen that, but just a sawed-off shotgun? No.
yeah. And at that range, too, I mean...
Right. I'm surprised that maybe it's the noise that it heard, but I was surprised that like it felt anything from that.
Right?
So, yeah, it was. I mean, also like there were just a few don't think about it Morty moments for me here because, like, man, they got up to like the cliff sides real fucking quick.
Yeah. Right? Like Nancy should have been done dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were not in any way slowed down by difficult terrain, and their running and climbing speed must be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So.
Even like honestly, I think they had haste, for real.
Yeah. But again, to our earlier conversation, this would have been a really cool moment for the military to come out.
Yeah.
If for no other reason to add a little bit more flair to the action and to give the Mind Flayer something to kill.
Yeah, and distract this thing because I would love for it to just watch it just fucking roll tanks over and shit.
Fuck yeah, that would have been cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then like have one of them get the final blow on it, but
I mean, I see it like maybe a tank gets a lucky shot on a soft spot,
right,
blows a chunk in, and that allows our main cast to do something.
Personally, I think it would have been fucking dope to have Steve like get a fucking Dallos moment and just come into the top with that spear. That shit would have been cool as fuck to me. Yeah. But honestly, Steve didn't get a whole hell of a lot in this fight, or even honestly in a lot of the action this season, in my opinion. And honestly, that's kind of what he's built his whole career on in this show. Is he's the fighter?
Kids, yeah,
he's the fighter.
Mm-hmm. True.
And I miss his bat. Like he's been using different weapons every season. I don't like it. I want him to have his his bat with his nails.
You didn't like him and Dustin busting out him and Eddie armor?
No, I mean like Dustin 100% should have been wearing that shit. I feel like Steve should have been like, I'll wear the armor, but give me my bat.
Man, I might get some hate for this on the internet, but the stuff that Steve said about Eddie was correct.
Like when?
Like when he said that basically like he got himself killed, he told him not to be a hero, all that stuff. It was not the right time to say it, and it was a rude ass thing to say, but he wasn't wrong.
As much as I do love Eddie, I agree.
Yeah, I mean it was a
like
intelligence is not his dump stat.
Yeah.
No, and like Steve has never really been a liar. Like so, he fully believes this, and like it is true. I love Eddie to death, but honestly, him doing what he did at the end of season 4 was dumb. There was really no benefit for him to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
like he didn't really buy them any extra time fighting bats that had no. Yes, the hive mind is a thing, but killing a handful of bats didn't give them any extra time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have got out through the thing. They could have like put a blanket over that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a dozen different things they could have done instead.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, look on the bright side. Apparently, he killed all the bats there because they ain't here.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't none of them.
Oh no, Dustin scared them off when he came like come hobbling over to the dead body. Like,
yeah, all the bats are dead. They're all
maybe
roosting
it's because
in
of all the drugs that were probably in Eddie's system. The bats were like too fucked up. Because they did nom them on a little bit. Just saying.
Yeah,
and Vecna, he did give the Demogorgons PTO unlimited, so they
I hear the dental plan is great too, which is good for them because they got like 6,000 teeth.
Yeah, that was all getting work done. I do really wish that Vecna had at least acknowledged that, like when he's getting his ass kicked by everybody, he just goes, "Demogorgons, help me, help me."
You just honestly, see them like way on the other side of the planet. Just
we coming,
bitch, we coming.
Damn, my job about to die.
I guess we should probably also talk about the kind of trying to make us feel things for Kali scene.
I'll be honest.
I forgot about that.
I owe Kali just a little bit of an apology because I thought she was shiesty as hell.
No, that bitch was. I'm just saying, like, it made no fucking sense for her to go good all of a sudden.
I think the way that it all panned out, I thought it made sense for her character. I thought that they set it up like she might be shiesty, and it worked out.
I mean, I think that she probably would have had she not got shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Gotta leave it to my man Murray though to go, MVP in that scene though.
Yeah.
Tossing that part of the explosives into that fucking helicopter.
Yes.
That shit was
clutch.
Mwah.
We all thought he was about to like suicide.
Yeah,
Right, I was like, bro, don't you fucking do this. There's no reason.
You don't have to jump on it.
I was like, gravity works here. Steve found out earlier. Speaking of, who is the MVP of this episode in you guys' opinions?
You mean besides Vecna?
Yeah. I'm going to go Lucas.
I don't know, man.
Honestly, they're all about the same level.
I'd say Lucas or Dustin.
Are we just talking about for like the final fight scene?
No, the entire episode.
Maybe Hopper?
Hopper was good. Yeah. I definitely think Hopper had his best writing that he's had in a while in this episode.
Yeah.
The speech between him and Mike was incredible at the end. I always said, a scenario where Hopper lives and Elle dies is like the darkest timeline, but they actually made that shit really work.
Yeah.
And it's, I guess we go into this, but it's very evident from watching the finale and the evidence within it that they want, like, there's been a lot of, we are leaving it up to interpretation. But the episode, the facts very heavily lean into the Elle lived angle.
Which I think is weak sauce, honestly.
I disagree with that shit. Like, I think Elle should have just died. It's my biggest issue with the episode is actually that Elle, survives.
I believe. Yeah, no, like, I definitely agree. Like, Elle, honestly, I hated that whole sequence. Like, I hated her. Like, if she's going to sacrifice herself, yes, I do like the fact that she went into Mike's brain, had that conversation with him. That was a good touch. But everything after that, I fucking hated. Like, I hated the way she sacrificed herself to keep, sure, whatever. Like, to keep the military from getting her, why the fuck not? But, like, this whole, I don't know. It felt very flat to me. Honestly, everything Elle, minus her fight scene with Vecna, and a few other scenes where she's doing action stuff, felt very flat to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. The whole thing about her living, it was just such a. It really brought me down because everything outside of that moment. That scene of them playing D&D was tremendous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we get to this point, and it's like, okay, can we...
So hear me out. That scene still happens. Him give the whole explanation. They don't actually show her doing anything. Like, they don't give us scenes with Elle walking into a fucking place with 3 waterfalls.
If it was evident that this was just Mike's, like, copium... And he represents the crying ass fans on the internet. Yeah, absolutely.
Then I would have accepted the fuck out of that. But the fact that they gave us scenes, and of course now people are like, how could she even use her powers if the siren things are going off? And I'm like,
yeah, there's a ton of evidence.
There's so much evidence that is actually a thing, and honestly, I hate that.
It's very clearly an illusion. Her hand is doing the little blip thing that Collie's gave her Collie's illusion away to Dr. K that they set up. Like, Elle's fingertips are doing that little blip. Also, people have zoomed in and realized there's no 11 tattoo on the wrist, which, Collie was always very against her being called 11. Like, they set it up perfectly so that that's what happened. Like, I'm not saying that plot-wise it doesn't make sense. I'm saying plot-wise it's weak as fuck. Like, have her die.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I almost wonder if maybe that was a Netflix thing where they were like, no, we want her to live. Like, because obviously Netflix wants to go back to the well at some point. And if you guys think that's not going to happen...
Y'all are fucking crazy.
They've already announced a spinoff. Like, it's going to happen.
And the thing that disappoints me the most is that I know that this hasn't happened yet, but 8 or 9 years, they're gonna learn that you don't go chasing waterfalls.
God damn it.
You listen to the rivers and the lakes like you used to.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you.
Well, that song hadn't
TLC.
come out yet.
I know. I said they're about 8, 9 years too soon.
And maybe it's about 11.
Oh yeah. They
Son
saw.
of a bitch.
So
Like she meets TLC. Got it.
Holy shit!
Interesting
Goddamn.
fact: Purple Rain has never been licensed for any television show ever.
Yeah, I actually heard that.
Prince wouldn't. Prince wouldn't have allowed that had he still been alive. But his estate, on the other hand, I think when they saw like what happened with Kate Bush, and
Yes.
they were
They were
like,
like, yeah,
you know what?
Yeah,
They were
It
like,
didn't have the same effect this season, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Purple Rain. It's an amazing song.
Great album. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But it did not have the Kate Bush effect. I don't think, like in my opinion.
Well, there's no song really that had this season that really had that kind of pull to it. I mean, they don't get me wrong, like they used some great, like the soundtrack was great.
Oh,
but
yeah.
there was nothing that really stood out as like, oh, this is incredible. You know,
Well, it's not that the song isn't strong enough. It's that the moment wasn't.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like it just didn't hit.
You
the
could
way-
tell they like wanted to get the licensing, and then they got the licensing, and they were like, oh fuck,
Where are we gonna put this? Oh, right there.
Right. Let's put it over their scene in the montage of them. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, and again, not saying that it wasn't a good song choice because I love Purple Rain.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you guys. It didn't hit the way that it should have, or that they wanted to.
Yeah.
It was shocking to hear it though because of how protective the estate is
Yeah.
over the licensing for that.
I'm afraid to play Prince on this podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for some reason Mickey Mouse would just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And be like, turn that shit off, huh?
Oh, you gonna give me my damn money?
You're like, do you fucking own this? Not yet.
But I will. Oh shit!
You just wait, huh?
Yeah. So after we need to talk about this too. So the whole scene where it looks like Elle is making the sacrifice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that scene as a whole could have been shot better. I don't think that we didn't need a whole damn near 8-second slow mo of each character looking and reaching, screaming out, "No, stop!"
The main two, maybe even three, should have been. Well, so it should have been Mike and Hopper, and then Joyce with Will beside her. That's it. That's all we really needed. We did. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, she's connected to every character. Yeah, I get that, but we really didn't need that.
Yeah. Just
And honestly, I think they only did the Dustin shot strictly for speculation bait, because like they used that scene of him screaming in the military's arm in one of the trailers, and we're like, who died?
oh well.
Yeah.
Marvel does this all the time. They show shit in the trailers that doesn't exist at all in the movies.
Exactly.
They could have did that here.
They could have.
Yeah, like the Hulk in Wakanda.
Yeah. Motherfucker ain't nowhere near there.
Like, honestly, I think, like, if anything, what I think would have been really cool to see is actually Dustin holding Mike back. Because Dustin, being the one who lost someone last season who was so close to him, he could have been that comfort for Mike, or at least the rock for that moment. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what they wanted this scene to be, and so it's the last episode. I'll let it slide. It didn't hit. It didn't hit for me the way that I know they wanted it to, but I know what they were going for.
Yeah.
I don't think about it, Morty, a lot of things. I don't think about it, Morty, to the military just packing up and
Going home.
yeah, dapping it up with the crew and be like, it was no hard feelings. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah. Like, oh, well, she's gone, but bygones are bygones.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Yeah, you lost one of yours. Y'all killed several of ours. So,
Yeah. Yeah, y'all killed about, I don't know, 15, 20 soldiers, but
I will say this show does kind of do that with the military, like, since the beginning. Like, okay, this group of ragtag people from this tiny little town caused a lot of issues for us military-wise. Like, case in point, Yeah, Hopper had to make a deal, but it was still like, okay, we'll take that deal and walk away. Like in season 1, like it's one of those things. It's like,
but this is a little bit bigger in scale.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's a lot of murder, a lot of murder.
There's a lot of things to be accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of fucking money that the military most definitely had to have spent, and there's a lot of people who will have to report to even higher ups. Listen, all I'm saying is this: that the military was a loose thread that the Duffers didn't want to have to deal with.
Yeah.
Because in reality, the military would have left, yeah, but they would have tied up their loose ends first before they left.
Exactly. They'd have been like, hey, as a matter of fact, let's push all of them in that fucking thing while it's about to blow up.
Yeah.
Won't be no evidence. Yeah, absolutely. They would have tied up all those loose ends. Not to mention that base in the Upside Down had to have cost billions of dollars.
That's what I'm saying. All the money.
That shit would have gone all the way up to the Secretary of Defense, Congress, all that shit. Mm-hmm. It would have been national news.
Yeah.
It's been 18 months since season 4.
Yeah.
That's what the timeline says.
Yeah.
And none of that 18 months did them motherfuckers think to go to Hawkins' lab, where Dustin finds the book that explains damn near everything. Did none of them fucking think to do that? 18 fucking months.
Yeah. You'd think they would have gone there.
Adol, look.
Don't think about it, Morty.
Yeah,
Thank
you. I'm tired of saying it. Yeah. Goddamn.
Let's talk about how all the characters ended up when we got the Return of the King, epilogues, which I really enjoyed all of these, I think.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I love the Joyce and Hopper Montauk nod because that was actually the original pitch for the show.
Yep.
Yeah, based on at least some real experiences.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Montauk experiences.
The Duffers have said they have no interest in actually doing the spinoff.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, we got it in this show. We don't need more.
Yeah, I mean, so with the Duffers, how closely would they be associated with the spinoff?
I think the spinoff that's currently in production is like them, 100% them.
I thought they'd be done with this sandbox after.
Nope. I just want to see one episode of the Montauk show though. Like, I want Hopper to walk in on a crime scene and there's like some really weird shit that happened. Like,
you know what? Give us a Netflix movie.
Yeah, a movie. Yeah, Netflix movie.
Fucking
Hopper
90
walks
minutes.
into
Give
a
me 90
McDonald's and there's like a parrot in the ice cream machine and like, like somebody got their ear chewed off by like a diseased rat or whatever. And like Hopper just walks in the crime scene and he's like, pulls out his gun. He's like, "You're gonna tell me what happened here, and you bet not say motherfucking D&D." I just want it for that.
Oh God!
I swear to Christ, if you say Dungeons and Dragons,
I'm gonna
come to find
right
out,
here.
he is a huge satanic panic enthusiast.
Yeah.
hell, maybe he might be. That shit opened up a portal.
I mean, he has one of the most legitimate claims, I think.
Which is funny because David Harbour is actually a huge nerd.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, they had him announce the new Warhammer 40K Total War at the Game Awards because he's like a huge Warhammer.
I was gonna say he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah,
that's great.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, he also played World of Warcraft a lot. Yeah, he's a nerd. Yeah.
I didn't know the WoW stuff.
Fucking nerd.
Oh, thank you.
You fucking nerd.
Yeah. So there are endings here. Which one do we want to start with here? Do we want to start with the class graduating?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Hands down, my favorite ending for these kids. I love that fucking Dustin did exactly what Eddie said. Like the homage to Eddie was fucking amazing. He did everything.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
And it didn't feel forced either.
Yeah,
it felt very much in character for Dustin to pay homage to Eddie.
Yeah.
And it felt great.
How many of those new Hellfire shirts you think the Hellfire Lives? How
I
many of those
need
shirts
one,
you think Netflix has sold?
Man.
I fucking need one.
Anyway, while we're here, you can get your very own "What the Fuck Must Be Anime" shirts
Get one of
from
those two.
the merch store.
That's right. Just click the link, get your shit, and you'll love it.
Yeah,
Trust us. Buy it.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck must be anime? You guys have probably thought that to yourself several times.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is. Weird reference. Looks like some shit from a foreign country.
Must be anime.
Must be anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So them graduating and all that. I thought that this was great. I do like people having fun with how the fuck did Max graduate.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, the meme of her like doing the math problems and shit in the coma.
I will say, if anybody can fucking do it, it's Max. I guarantee you, she probably took some fucking night classes or some shit like that. Homeschool, not homeschool, but God damn it,
Summer school.
Summer school. There we go.
She is still my favorite character by far.
I think I just would have dropped out, but
She's still my favorite.
Got
I
her
mean,
GD.
you gotta think. You could. This is 87 with a high school diploma, man. You could like go make some real actual money.
Yeah. Go and the world is your oyster back then.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
kind of
go
find out like all the teenagers, the older kids did.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah,
you could go get you a job at the Krispy Kreme and pay your way through school and have a mortgage.
right, and get you a car.
Yeah.
Oh shit. We're not bitter millennials.
Yeah, down at Jones' big ass truck and storage rental.
Yeah. Right next to Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
It would be several years before those would open.
Well, fine.
Yeah, you can bring down anything you want. I don't know why that just spot into my head.
Oh shit. What about Mike and his kind of existential crisis, or his crisis of conscience, dealing with Elle being gone?
I love the him and Hopper scene.
Yeah.
Because this was really about grief, and I loved how poignant it was and how powerful for Hopper to tell him, like, hey, there's two roads you can go down with this. You can go down this road of, like, blaming yourself and self-loathing and everything, or you can go down this road of acceptance. And I've been down both of them, and I can tell you, like, which one you'd rather be on. I thought that was probably the most powerful writing that they've maybe ever done for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good, and Hopper sporting his new gray but old school mustache, in uniform. Like, this whole scene felt really organic, and honestly, some of the best, one of the best scenes for either of these two characters in the entire show.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a great scene for them, great moment for them, and I'm glad they got to have this. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I agree. I thought it was great.
Also, switching to the D&D game, Curse of Strahd is a very long module.
It is.
They was playing that shit for days.
Yeah, it looked like it was evening, but it was evening like a week later.
Yeah, they kind of make 100%. It look like they left the graduation, went home, and played that module.
Yeah, no.
Which they did, but they didn't beat it.
Yeah,
not in one night, right?
Not in one night, no. No. They played
not unless Mike was just like, I'm going to homebrew the fuck out of this, and we're going to expedite a lot of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, it was very cool that they got together for, one last D&D sesh.
At least, to wrap everything up, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to leave this scene quite yet, but if we were to infer anything from like the scene with the older kids hanging out, that very much felt like, yeah, this is our last meeting, even though we say it's not going to be.
Yeah, like I think they're really playing on, like, I know that trope doesn't actually work in our situation, but a lot of situations.
I was gonna say, I think our situation is kind of unique.
It is
than most people.
And what I'm referring to is like, everyone has always told us growing up that once you get out of high school, you're going to drift apart from your friends and, all this and yada, yada, yada. And you're going to have your own lives. You might meet up once every couple of years, and then eventually you stop talking, that whole thing. Granted, yes, we are all high school best friends. Honestly, me and Ace are middle school best friends. And, that doesn't apply to us. But I think that they're really going into that with this scene with the older kids.
Yeah. I looked it up, and Curse of Strahd takes about 100 hours.
God damn it.
So that's like 5 solid days of D&D play. They're going to have to explain some of the rules to Max.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much D&D Max really played. So, you got one kind of newbie at the table.
And I will say it was very nice to finally see Max at the table.
It was.
Yeah.
Because like I loved how they were trying to get her to play before. It's like no.
Yeah.
Did Mike homebrew a Zoomer class for her?
Yes, 100%. And honestly, I want to as well.
Homebrew was easier back then. You just write down whatever you want on the paper.
Yeah, like you didn't have as many rules lawyers.
Yeah. So what the fuck was a Zoomer? Because I was like, they didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
No. When I think Zoomer, I'm thinking like a young person.
No. She meant like a. Honestly, what he like probably did is he probably did like a rogue subclass that focuses on movement.
Yeah, probably.
And she probably had like some medieval roller skates.
Or a medieval skateboard.
Or some magic roller skates.
Yeah.
That'd be better.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
She just like she has some boots that just cast grease on all surfaces that she
Fuck yeah.
And she just kind of
slides. Oh my god, she's an edge dancer. Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah. That reference also didn't exist. Brandon Sanderson was working at a hotel, like coming up with magic cards, reading Wheel of Time and shit.
God damn. Yeah, but the ending here is when Mike conjures up this whole story about Elle still being alive, and as we already discussed, I wish it was just him coping with her death versus it being something that, according to the story they presented to us, unfortunately lines up.
Yeah, the likely ending. Yeah, which I do not like.
I don't like that, but I will say what I did like for Mike's ending was I loved seeing him actually, becoming a writer.
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't think about what their futures look like.
Yeah,
but I like that for Mike.
I actually really loved all of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they didn't say that Will moved to San Francisco, but that's what happened.
And you know what? fuck the internet, because I had this thought while watching it, but I didn't want to ruin the moment. But I was like, what if he did meet Dahmer?
Yeah,
and
right.
then the internet fucking
did it.
Yeah, it didn't take long at all.
It didn't take long at all.
It didn't help that scene looked exactly like a bunch of the places in the
did.
show.
Yeah. So that fucked with me. I'm like, they could have changed the scenery a little bit.
I love Dustin's little scene where he's at like MIT or whatever he was at, and that whole thing was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
And of course, him and Steve got to go ahead and do it. I'm glad they're still besties. Like,
yeah.
Like I feel like they need each other.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Sadie Sink looked fine as a motherfucker in them last couple scenes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I stopped looking at her as a kid, even though she's not a kid. But you know what I mean.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she was in her 20s like the whole time, wasn't she?
The whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Which is crazy because she sure as fuck looks 12 or whatever.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, I mean, she was like what 14, 15, right back then.
This is
because I think she's 21 now, right? Something like that. 21.
This might give me a little flack. I don't know. I don't really care. I wasn't 100% sold on Steve's ending.
She'd have been 16.
Like, I don't know if I really care for him as a school teacher.
As a
high school coach.
Yeah, like, high school coach.
It tracks.
It does track, but I feel like that still put him in a box that he, like, yes, he's always kind of been that simple character that, is going to stay in the hometown. I get that. But I don't know. Like, I wanted a lot more for Steve.
You wanted something. But I think that's kind of the point, though, is that he didn't want something bigger for himself. Like, that's what he...
Yeah, I get it.
And once Dustin, gets a job as like, fucking the Secretary of Energy or whatever, he can go be his assistant.
Yeah. His uniquely unqualified... And listen, let me tell you something. As somebody who has a job that he is woefully underqualified for, the shit happens.
Yeah, all the time, yeah. Yeah.
I have faith in you, buddy.
Yeah, there's nothing like when you have to deal with somebody at like in a workplace scenario. Maybe not somebody you directly work with. Could be like like somebody at like another company that you interface with, and then you have to be like, I think this stupid motherfucker makes more money than I do. The first time you have that thought, man, that shit's rough.
I've had that thought recently. Thank you for bringing that up.
Holy shit.
I think Jonathan being a like D-flick movie director,
Honestly, that's fucking chef's kiss. Like, that's perfect for him.
You know he's gonna make fucking schlock horror movies, but that just have titties in them.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
With stalker scenes and everything.
He gets to be a creeper and get paid for it.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be the next like the Rob Zombie filmmaking.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Eli Roth. Oh.
He's gonna come out with The Room before Tommy walks out.
Oh no.
Oh no. So he's definitely most likely of them to commit suicide, right? Not to get dark on us, but man, one too many movie flops. She took out a loan to produce this one movie, knew it was gonna be a hit, fucking flop.
And then he also, I mean, it's Hollywood in the 80s. He's got to start doing coke.
Oh yeah.
Start.
He's got to up his coke game.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, to be perfectly honest, ever since like season 2 or 3, like he's always looked like he's hopped up on coke.
So, I don't want to rabbit hole us here, but have you watched the show Industry? Have you seen any of that?
No, is that? I think. Did you tell me about that?
I might have, but I started watching it recently, and I had somebody actually hit me up and be like, "Hey, do you like this show, Industry? You like that show, right?" And I was like, "Nah." And they were like, "Don't you like some show like this?" And I was like, I watched Succession. I wouldn't say I liked it. And they were thinking of Suits is what they were thinking of. And I was like, "Oh, these are very different shows." So I actually was like curious then. So I like went and looked up Industry, and like I saw somebody actually describe it as like Succession and Euphoria had a baby. Oh, geez. And then I was like, okay, well I have to at least try it out. And other than the fact that they use a fuck ton of financial jargon, right? It's really good, actually.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but it is very Euphoria-esque.
What's
like,
it on, HBO?
HBO, like, there's not a single wholesome character in the whole show. Like, there's not a single person I can point to and go, good person. Yeah. Like, doesn't exist. Everybody's on fucking drugs. Like, there's a shit ton of nudity in it, but it's quite good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Huh. Well, I might have to give it a look-see.
You have to check it on out.
Check it on out.
But anyway, Nancy ended up doing what? Working for the paper again?
Yeah, she dropped out of school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she became an intern at some big newspaper company, right?
Yeah. And honestly, like I definitely want to. I'm looking forward to this comic now that y'all told me about it. Yeah. Like I actually want to fucking know what happens with her, because I think if anybody's gonna come across more supernatural shit by fucking accident, it's gonna be her.
Well, I mean, and also fucking Hopper and George, if they move the fucking Montauk,
they shouldn't.
Yeah, I know. They really shouldn't. There's a reason they got an opening there, Hop. Don't go.
That's right. The old police chief probably got killed by a fucking Mind Flayer. Or,
yeah, Wendigo.
Yeah. Or, just a motherfucking random, chest that ended up being a mimic.
Yeah. Let's talk about Hop and George. Oh, we can talk about Robin.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Robin.
Because honestly, I think hers is the weakest. Like, we don't really... Like, yeah, she came back for, like, I think a guest spot of, the Squawk. But as far as, like, what she's actually doing, they did allude to the fact that she's still with Vicky, but they don't actually flat out say it.
The Squawk segment, actually, I thought was kind of weak. I didn't like it. It was awkward. It just wasn't... It just didn't hit the way her other Squawk segments
right did. Yeah.
And it kind of dragged a little. Honestly.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people I've seen on the internet have been like, okay. I've seen people say shit like, they never showed Dustin and Susie break up, and that's a plot hole. And I'm like, bitch, that's not a plot hole. A plot hole is like, some shit don't make sense because it's not in here. Like, just because like they kind of imply that they may have broken up off screen, that's not a plot hole. That's not what that is.
No, they flat out said it in season 4. Her father didn't want her dating someone who was not outside of their religion. That was it. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. I do hate that she was not in the season at all.
Agreed.
But that's not a plot hole. That's not
it wasn't something that was absolutely needed. But at the same time,
let's be honest. The cast by the time we got to season 5
was fucking huge.
It was exploded. Yeah. They had to cut somebody. As a matter of fact, we all love him, but fucking Murray could have sat his ass at home.
Ooh. He really could have. Yeah. The only real scene of super significance he had was the blowing up the helicopter scene.
Yeah, that actor's a big Zionist too, so he can kick rocks. But
oh,
yeah, I found that out over the weekend.
Wow.
Don't meet your heroes. But.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Well,
They could have left his ass out. I'll be honest. I love her, but Erica could have sat out for some of this.
Oh, don't say
Well,
that.
I feel like they just underutilized Erica. Not because the character's not amazing, and I feel like she was way bigger in 3.
I know this is going to be a bit of a hot take. I don't care. I'm an Erica stan. I think it would have been really interesting to see Vecna try to take her instead of Holly.
And well, the season would have only been 1 episode. She would have fucked him up.
She would have slit his throat with her fucking poison-soaked kukri, bitch.
Yeah.
Lady Applejack.
Yeah, Lady Applejack would have fucked old Mr. What's-It right on up. She ain't falling for that shit. Mr. Jackson.
You said we were going to Little Bow Wow's house.
Yeah. You ain't taking me nowhere, motherfucker. You give me the candy and then I get in the bag.
Oh, shit. That would have been great. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
Vecna knew better than to try to take her.
He was like, I can take... you know what? No.
He would have had better luck abducting the main cast.
I know.
Right?
Oh, shit.
He'd have been like, Dustin, I can get you back with Eddie, dog. He'd be like, shh. All right, man, come on.
Man, bet. Let's go. Yeah, bet. Erica?
Yeah.
Nah, she'd have fucked him up.
Yeah.
100%.
Erica very likely killed all of the Turnbow family, except for dipshit Derek.
Well, apparently he's with a loving family somewhere, because, he's...
Joyce took him in.
Oh man.
Yeah.
She can't be... Well, Hopper wouldn't go for that, though.
That's true.
No, fucking Hopper like, he's a dipshit.
Yeah, Joyce only got one son. Now, she got one.
I love how we were definitely bringing that up like the whole time. It's like, yeah, she's only really a mother to Will.
And that's how it's always been.
And to be perfectly honest, I actually saw a lot of reflection on my own life with that, because my mother was very... This is not about me. Anyway,
It's damn near like Penguin level.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like Will is Oz and then like Jonathan's like either of the older brothers or whatever that ends up drowning in the sewer.
Right.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Goddamn, that's also fucked.
That's such a great show, by the way.
It is, man. It is. Oh, man. So, what else do we get here in this finale? Lucas and Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't learn a whole lot about them, but, I mean, they happy.
Yeah, they clearly fucking.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotta get that leg straightened back, girl.
Hey. For sure. I'm gonna end the joke there instead of choosing to continue it.
Aren't we all glad we don't need a 3-ring binder for our D&D characters in 2025?
That would be
Bro.
awful.
Can you imagine if you had to be like, 22 sessions ago, I actually found a +2 short sword. Hold on, I have it here.
got it right
So
here.
you just start fumbling through all these fucking papers.
Thank you, D&D Beyond.
And
We're
it's
not
like
sponsored.
half erased, and you're like, shit, man, is that a
God.
+7?
The DM's like, no fucking way.
Yeah, that's a 2, dog. That's a 2. Okay.
I wrote down to 7, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's like the DM's like, man, this shit been erased and rewritten like 5 different times.
Because I kept dropping it out of my inventory and picking it back up.
Back then, I mean, it's very likely that they were just doing that shit on like notebook paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I want to say it was 3.0 before you
The
could
official
just
character sheet?
before you could just easily get a character sheet. Like back in the day in AD&D, you would buy the book and it would have the little perforated character sheet in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
And it wasn't easy to go just like make a copy.
yeah,
Gee.
yeah. They didn't just have copiers just everywhere.
And like I know in 5e they actually did put it in the back of the book. I think maybe to pay homage, but like no one ever fucking used that.
Yeah.
Well, by the time they got to 4, though, like they actually had on the website where you could just download the character sheet and print it out.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing, and they actually did have that, I believe, for 3.5 as well. And then for 3, people had made like you had to go on like I think Reddit would have existed. You could go on fucking Reddit or whatever, and people would make like an Excel sheet for the character sheet, and you can print that shit off. But there wasn't no official Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast didn't even own the shit back then. So
Damn.
That's right. Yeah.
Fucking wild. Man. Again, it was really cool to see them have their one last D&D venture, at least for now. But they've all kind of seemingly gone their separate ways. Did they say Max and Lucas went off to college? Is that what happened?
yeah, I think so. And Dustin also too.
Yeah. I doubt they went to the same college.
No.
No.
Dustin, honestly, I think definitely MIT.
Oh,
yeah, he's definitely some science shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max could have got in there with her 18-month coma that her remedial math.
She's like, excuse me, this math has letters in it.
That's okay. She's like, I'm being a Spider-Man movie. It's fine.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
And they're about to get Batman 89
Well, that's right.
in like a couple months.
Yeah, like a couple months, they got Batman 89.
Actually, it came out in June of 89, so it would have been the next month they're going to get Batman 89.
Yeah.
Or they lit it like a titty.
Yeah, they're going to really
shit.
like that.
Yeah.
Now, they're going to have to wait a while to get some other nice... Superman would already been out.
Yeah, they grew up with Superman.
Yeah,
you
so...
know.
That's weird, right? That there's not like a... really crazy like Christopher Reeve reference or something in it.
That's true. I guess because maybe they're thinking Superman is more a remnant of a relic of the late 70s.
Yeah, maybe so.
But Superman Returns was pretty big. That was like 81 or 82, right? So,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
yeah, that is a good point though. That and also probably I don't know what the red tape is on them using certain references.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess it would be different in like a year or so where Netflix is going to own all that shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when did Quest for Peace come out?
Oh no. That would have been around this time, right?
Oh, no. Yeah,
Late 80s.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say.
terrible.
Yeah. No, we need to talk about that one.
Suffer through it, guys. Batman's coming.
Yeah. Brighter days are ahead. If I remember correctly, 89 I think was a really good year for movies.
They're all going to be like 40-something by the time they get a good D&D movie, though.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Damn near 50, depending on the character.
a good D&D. I mean, are we talking about the most recent one, right?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
only one good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, like,
Jeremy Irons has latched many a movie to himself and tried to drag it uphill, but he didn't succeed in that one.
Hey.
Aragon, any of those DCU movies he's in.
What the fuck? Not the sidebars here again, but that did remind me of just a hilarious sequence of comments on a video I posted. We did an episode a few weeks ago of me just asking you some of the questions that bothered me the most about superhero movies.
I bet the shorts from that are priceless.
They are great, yes. Yeah, the shorts are great. The homies are loving it. I posted a clip of me asking you about the Batman versus Superman plot hole with Doomsday. The question was basically, what was Lex's plan after he created Doomsday?
Like after he kills Superman,
Yeah,
like what was the plan?
what was the plan?
Yeah.
Now that you have this Kryptonian death monster
Yeah, I mean, it makes
running
sense.
around
It
on the
makes
planet.
sense. Good
And,
question.
that was kind of blown up, and the homies really liked that one. And the comments range most of anywhere from "holy shit, how did I not think of that" to yeah, what the fuck was going on here? And like, so the comments are great, right? And then like this one homie goes, "All right, guys, get your laughs out now before the Snyder fanboys come in here." And I was like. And I didn't really think anything of it. And then, like, the next day, there they go.
Oh, well, they really shouldn't watch some of the rest of this shit.
And man, they were upset.
Oh, yeah,
They were upset as spaghetti. I was like, hey, I'm a Snyder fanboy, but how can you not?
No, the Snyder stands, bro, like, they are like in Snyder we trust. Like, they're just, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I think one of them said that, like, we don't have any comprehension skills because we don't understand this clearly elaborate plot.
So, like, okay, there's levels of Snyder fandom, or not, right? There's, like, you hate the guy and everything he's ever made. There's, like, you thought 300 was good, but that's it. And then there's, like, okay, you know, you like most of the guy's shit except for Sucker Punch, you know, and I think that's where a lot of people are, right? Is, you know, everything except Sucker Punch, and then there's like, you know, you like all of his work, and then there's like another level, like the darkness, where
The dark.
you like, you know, tell yourself the theatrical cut of Batman vs Superman was like a great movie, and the DCEU was, you know, amazing under his leadership, and all this other crazy shit.
Yeah, it was just a hoot to see something come to fruition right before my eyes. The one homie said that the Snyder fanboy is gonna be here, you know, so get your laughs out now. And then they fucking showed up. They showed up.
They're gonna be hyped as fuck in 11 years when fucking Fellowship of the Ring comes out.
What?
The characters, it came out in 2001.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
I circled us back to Stranger
Okay.
Things.
Yeah, I was I think still on the Snyder
Yeah,
stuff.
I was
and
like, Zack Snyder's doing a remake of Fellowship of the Ring.
Same. I'm like, why?
That would be all.
And first off, why? And then second off, why are you excited about it?
I'll be honest, now that we're talking about it, I want to see it just from like a how bad it would be. Just like, yeah, Zack Snyder is going to like try to line by line recreate that shit. Like Tom Bombadil, all that stuff's going to be in there. But also, the Gandalf and Saruman fight is going to be way different. It's going to be all in slow motion.
I'm going to tell you now, all of the fights going to be way different.
Oh, yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm. And dare I say, some of them might be too good.
Yeah.
Like, this should not be like this.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, I'll be for real with you though. Zack Snyder, the fucking Nazgul are gonna fuck.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they're gonna be amazing.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you this also, that fucking Gandalf and Balrog fight is gonna be like 30 minutes long.
Yeah,
and it's
in slow motion.
In slow motion.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be a scene where like the Balrog has like the flame whip and he like goes to hit Gandalf with it, and then like it goes into slow mo and Gandalf does like a Matrix style backflip and then like hits off a magic missile at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be full fucking tilt.
Oh yeah, that's just gonna be.
It's gonna be like 15 hours long. It's not making any goddamn sense.
And then when he does the Snyder cut of it,
Oh yeah. The Snyder cut is gonna be like a 25 Blu-ray box set.
I think I'm with you now, Caleb. I think you
Fellowship.
sold me, my
Yeah,
guy. I feel like I need to see this now.
Oh shit.
Dave Bautista's gonna be Saruman.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh damn. Who would be his? We're done with thinking about this.
Yeah.
We need a whole episode where we just pitch and fan cast Zack Snyder's Lord of the Rings trilogy. Oh shit!
That's goddamn. All right. What else do we have about this finale?
I was gonna say we're about to supersede the length of the content here.
Yeah.
We already talked about Elle should have died. I really like that the new set of kids came in and started playing the D&D game. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
That scene where Mike turns around and like, you know, looks at them and it's kind of like, okay, you know, they're continuing this on. I like that Holly's a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to read Mike's book when he's done.
Holly is definitely gonna have the like Return of the Jedi, like the Leia like stormtrooper, like Imperial Trooper outfit or whatever. You know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she's gonna love that. Yeah. Yeah, I think we kind of covered everyone. Yeah, Joyce and Hop getting hitched. It's such a good thing that she said yes after Hop spent all that money hiring a band and a nice restaurant.
They finally got their dinner at Enzo's.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah.
That whole thing, man, probably cost a cool $130.
Back then, man, that's shit. 87. That's
car payment easy,
right?
Yeah.
Shit, that might be half his paycheck.
Yeah.
So that was nice, and I love how they kind of left it up in the air as to whether or not they're gonna move to Montauk or not.
Yeah.
For me, that's kind of like saying, are they gonna have a happy, peaceful ending, or is shit gonna pop off?
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I think Joyce would be done after that. Like,
oh yeah,
she'd be like, nope,
I'm not going through this shit again.
Nope.
Yeah.
We're leaving. They're fucked. Sorry.
Are we ready to score this thing and give our final thoughts about Stranger Things as a series?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
I think
it's
you
your
went first
turn to
last time.
start. Yeah.
I'm very big on holding a series or an entity to the standards that they set for themselves and the rules they set for themselves. So when Star Wars, which is always taking itself seriously, suddenly becomes slapstick nonsense, I take great umbrage with that. However, when a show like this that's always just been about kind of this, modern translation of the Goonies, right? It's always been fun. There's always been plot issues, but it's always been character driven, and I've always had a good time with it. I don't think they ever wavered from that. I think they nailed it with different levels of execution. I think when you talk to some people, I'm a big season 2, season 4 guy. There's some people that swear by season 3, and I think it's the worst season. But there are some people that think that it is just peak fucking TV. So I think there's a little bit for everyone here. This is one of the most popular TV shows of all time. I don't think the streaming numbers on the finale are out yet, but Volume 2 within a week had more views than the Super Bowl.
Yay, nerds.
It's the most watched English series in the history of Netflix. And a matter of fact, the only thing that's ever topped it in any language is Squid Games, and that's just because that was a global phenomenon that just took off and this ain't the Squid Games review, but that shit didn't hold up for more than one season. It was great for one season.
I never saw it, so.
Oh, it's amazing. Fucking amazing. But the dub version is awful. So
Yeah.
it's absolutely terrible. Because it just shits on the performances of every single of all the really amazing cast. But I DNF season 2. I couldn't make it through it. Like it just bored the shit out of me. So with this show, however, I think it's event TV. It's monumental. It has always been this thing for me where it's like I love the characters and I have fun seeing what they get up to. I have never looked at the plot and gone, this is this genius Christopher Nolan era, just crazy level, this is going to be a huge mind fuck and I'm going to love it and my brain's going to come everywhere. It's never been that. I've never had that thought about this show. That's not me making an excuse for them. I'm just saying the show has been consistent. It's always had these big ass plot holes, like, how in season 3 nobody thinks it's weird that Billy and this girl from the pool went around murdering everybody in the town enough to make a big old goopy spider monster, which then rampaged across the town. Miraculously, no one saw it, and nobody, the military and shit didn't get involved then when that happened. There's just a whole lot of plot holes in this thing from jump. So I'm not excusing them, but I am saying the show's been consistent with them. I thought we got a straightforward ending that was fulfilling. It did not, it wasn't like, I didn't walk away from it, like I said, thinking this is the best finale I've ever seen. I didn't walk away from it hating it or feeling robbed or like it was a waste of time. Because honestly, that's the worst thing you can feel when you devoted 10 years to something. Mm-hmm. It was all wrapped up at the end. Is it wrapped up a little too neat? Did Grandma use a few too many pieces of fucking tape on it? Absolutely. But it's wrapped up in a nice little neat box. And that, in all honesty, after all the shit we have endured from Hollywood over the years, I will take it any day. With that said, I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10.
So for me, Stranger Things has always been a lot of things. It's been
Stranger.
It has been Stranger. Yep. Thank you, Caleb.
You're welcome. World's greatest co-host.
But over the years of watching this show, it's been so fun for me to see these characters grow, and that's kind of been the linchpin that's coming back to it. It's just seeing how the characters grow and progress, and obviously the story has been intriguing enough to keep bringing me back, and seeing things kind of build and culminate with Vecna has been a really fun joy to see. Seeing like an actual viable threat who they can communicate with and physically interact with has been a ton of fun, and something that the show did need, and Vecna came at the right time in this show. I think if he came a season earlier, he would have stuck around too long. If he came a season later, it would have felt like it was tacked on. So I really think that Vecna's introduction was Johnny on the spot. In terms of this finale, though, I think that this thing, like I said at the top of this pod, they absolutely nail the emotional impact that you kind of want to feel for these characters leaving this show. And if that was their goal, then they absolutely exceeded. But also, like I said at the top of this pod, if you're looking for things to completely make sense and tie together, they don't do that here. And for me, like, I get it. It's like you said, Caleb, the show hasn't always done that. I mean, the show has always done that. Not an excuse for me. It's still here. A negative in season 1 is still a negative in season 5.
Yep.
But I still love this thing. I still really enjoyed the finale. I enjoyed the ride. I enjoyed these characters. And man, it was so cool. It was cool for me to see how these characters ended up enough for me to spam the don't think about it Morty button throughout like the first hour or so of this thing.
Yeah.
But things were cool about it. The visuals were cool. The Vecna fight, albeit short-lived, was very cool. And, to see these characters come together and kick ass one last time was cool. It's got its flaws, but, man, it still has its charms. I give the finale an 8 out of 10.
So, I've definitely gone on record saying this is probably one of my favorite shows of all time, if not my favorite show of all time. Because it sparks so much joy since the first random moment I was like, you know what, sure, I'll give this a fucking try, and then I'm like, oh my god, where has this been my whole life? And then going up, seeing these characters progress, like you've even said this on the podcast a handful of times, like you're not a huge fan of child actors, and these kids kind of help change that. Not completely, but
for this show.
For this show, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, as far as like the character progression, the attachment I have for hell, like Hopper, Steve, Dustin, all these characters like make me feel something. And going into this the finale, I tried to eliminate everything that I've read on the internet because like there's no way any of that is going to fucking happen. But I went into it with very little to no expectations, and I wasn't disappointed. Do I think there's a lot of things that I would have been better? Hell, we've mentioned some of them tonight. Just like I felt like there should have been a little more action with the army and stuff like that, but like not the military, but Vecna's army. Just more of that stuff. Sure, I could nitpick all night, but at the same time, I still enjoyed myself. And like Caleb said, it was not like the smoothest, but it was tidy, nice and neat.
Yep.
So with this, I will say 8.5.
All right.
There you have it, folks. I'm sure we will piss off everyone.
Yeah, how dare we not give it 10s across or 1s across the board? How dare we?
Yeah, because most people you look at on the internet are in one of those two camps.
Yeah.
Like either it was a 0 or a 10, And I think both camps are ridiculous, you know. But the 0 is way more ridiculous, or the 1s.
Yeah.
If you're a person who like you watch things and like however that makes you feel, that's it, then I can see that you maybe give this thing a 10. But like anybody that says this anything less than a 5 is just fucking delusional. Okay. You just worked yourself into a shoot. You fucking fantasy booked this thing in your head, and it didn't turn out the way that you're internet fucking conspiracy theory brain thought it was going to, and so you're mad about that. Mm-hmm. You should watch Lost if you haven't.
Go right ahead.
I curse you with that.
There is a subset of people on the internet who think that the ending of Lost is really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not even great seasons of Lost other than like 1 and 4.
I don't remember the show well enough to point out any.
I've never seen the show, and honestly, all I've heard is just the various mixed reviews of how good / bad this show is.
It's very much event TV.
Yeah,
and
you kind of had to be there for it at the time.
Yeah, you definitely had to be there, and I wonder if this show is going to be like that. Like, I don't think if somebody were to watch it, like, let's just say they started it for the very first time today, and they just sat down and watched it all the way through, are they going to feel the way that we felt on New Year's Eve when they watched the last episode? Probably not.
A lot of it does have to do with time spent with products and characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you can say the same thing about the MCU and the Avengers,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you were to sit down right now and watch the entirety of the MCU up to Endgame, seeing Cap hold Mjolnir, would that feel the same as if you watched Captain America 1 back in 2010 and then in 2019 seeing him swing Mjolnir, Probably not. So, time does play a factor in it.
Also, if you sit down and watch the entire MCU up to Endgame, you're going to be ready to get up. You'll be like, man, I've had to pee for the last 7 movies.
Holy shit. Well, there you have it, folks. Stranger Things has come to a close. Do we think that any of these characters will appear in the spinoff?
At most, like, all right, this is wishful thinking. Maybe a cameo here and there, because they're not gonna not. I feel like they can't just pretend these characters don't exist.
Yeah,
Netflix is not gonna let this thing lie,
Yeah.
especially let's imagine this Warner Brothers thing doesn't go through, right? And they just don't have anything. Oh man, it won't take long.
Yeah, but I really hope the Duffers stick to their guns about completely new stories, completely new area, completely new characters.
Yeah,
100%.
Do you think they go with another group of kids, or do they do something different entirely?
I think that they'll go with a group of kids. I think maybe they might go a little bit older, because whatever they do, it's going to still take forever to come out. There's no way that they're not going to do like The Pit and actually have another season ready the next year. It's just not going to happen.
Premieres tonight.
It does. It does premiere tonight, season 2.
Yeah.
I think they're doing weekly though, so I think I might try real fucking hard to not watch that shit and binge it, because if I had to watch The Pit weekly, I think I'd go fucking insane.
Yeah, because when you told me about it, I think the show had completed, so I was able to kind of just
Same.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it until months later.
Yeah.
But the way that show is it doesn't even Netflix streaming fucking you know how most streaming services that want you to binge some shit, they'll be a cliffhanger and then they'll roll the credits or whatever, and then they'll resolve it either in the first immediate next scene, or they'll blue balls you until the middle of the episode before you have to find out what happened. This show doesn't even do that shit. It'll just be we in the middle of a conversation be hey man, what time you coming in tomorrow? And then they just fucking cut that shit off.
God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, so season 1 takes place all within one shift.
It's one shift.
Yeah.
So each episode is 1 hour of a 14-hour hell shift in the ER.
Oh shit.
It's intense.
It's an incredibly good show.
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a shot.
It doesn't matter. I recommend it to anybody. I don't like medical dramas. It doesn't matter.
Me either. It's not. I shouldn't like this show, but it's incredible.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's it transcends genres. It doesn't matter if you're a fan of this. You'll still really love it.
As long as it's not Grey's Anatomy, I'm good.
Oh God.
It's nothing like any of that. Honestly, it's more like a war movie than anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that is more accurate.
Yeah.
It's more it is more similar to watching a 14-hour cut of Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Saving Private Ryan for 14 hours.
So this is how you know we've gone off the rails when we start talking completely about other shit.
Yeah, that's right.
But Stranger Things has officially come to a close. I just wanted to ask a few questions to you guys about what you thought the spinoff was going to be about, what you guys thought was going to be included in it, but only time will tell. And as time rolls on, we get more details. And I'm sure in another 3 to 5 years, we'll probably have the show.
Yeah.
And by then, I think people will be ready for more Stranger Things. For right now, I think maybe people are ready for a cool down. I'm sure people are gonna go back and rewatch the show and just kind of love what we have now. If they come out with that spinoff too soon, and especially if it's another group of kids,
Yeah.
They're gonna hate it.
I think they need to give it at least 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Also, like the Duffer Brothers need to just take a year.
Mm-hmm.
They need like a year to just chill.
Yeah.
Like let the creative juice flow back in. Even Matt Mercer's talked about that. That's why he's taking a break from this current campaign they're doing.
Yep.
Like you gotta let the creative reset. You know, you can't just churn it out unless you're Brandon Sanderson.
Unintentionally matching that. Like I'm doing the same thing with our D&D games. Like I'm going to be stepping down, and Caleb's going to be mostly taking over. So I'm still going to have the family game, but like as far as like like major world building and craziness, I'm solid.
I'll be like, it's a 12th level vampire lord. Have fun.
Strahd?
Yeah, but I agree. They need to take some time. They need to take a nice long vacation. I hope Netflix has been paying them super well.
I'm sure.
There's some darkest timeline where like Netflix is going to put 11 in the Justice League. I hope that's not.
Of course, the internet has definitely done that. Where it's like at the as Elle walks up to the waterfalls and it goes, Elle will return.
In Avengers Doomsday.
I'll do you one better. She walks up to the waterfall. She goes through and it's the Bat Cave.
Yeah.
Bruce turns around. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. So what can you do exactly?
Yeah. Oh, shit. I think I would throw my TV out the fucking window.
Yeah,
well, the Avengers thing won't happen, but Netflix is literally about to own all of DC. So they're just going to put 11 in the league, bro.
That is terrifying. I tell you what, I will compromise Netflix. Just make like an Elseworld spin-off comic book.
Yeah.
If you have to do anything, just that.
I'll be honest, like a little Stranger Things Batman mashup, like in the vein of like the Ninja Turtles one, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
No,
he's a fucking detective.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
He's gonna be like, it looks like a creature opened up a portal here and crawled through it, but that can't be what happens.
That can be right. Yeah.
Oh man, you figured that shit out? Like what?
You just cut to the scene, all the kids like.
Even better. Even better. He's got to bring Damien with him because Damien's about the same age as the kids.
Oh no! Elle will kill Damien. My God.
No. I would love that. Oh shit! If you do that, I will buy it and we will read it and review it on this podcast.
You just cut to Max beating Damien with a skateboard.
Oh
no! Oh shit! Because no one there would like Damien.
No,
because he's just a pretentious asshole.
Yeah, they already got one dipshit in.
But this is the dipshit who can beat ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Bruce would be like, Damien, I need you to infiltrate the children and see what you can find out. Sure thing, father. I heard that you peons are playing a silly game for small children. I'd like to play this game and master it and show you how it's really done.
I'm going to win at D&D.
Yeah. Damien would be that guy. 100%.
These cursed dice are loaded. I rolled another nat 1. Give me yours.
That would never happen in real life.
Yeah. I would succeed if this is real.
Damien, it would go completely over his head.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, homies, that's going to be all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this final look at and walkthrough of Stranger Things. I'm sure that sometime down the line we'll come back and revisit this, but honestly, it might not be until we get like confirmed news about whatever the spinoff is. So we could be looking at a few years before we talk about Stranger Things again in this capacity.
That's right. We're going to close the book. We're going to put it back on the old shelf.
Absolutely. So it has been fun, and it has been real, and it has been real fun. So thank you to the Duffers and to Netflix for the wonderful memories and great seasons of television that had the whole world and up in a tizzy. So you did your job. But that's going to be all for now. Again, the Homies Award is coming up very soon, so go ahead and get your votes in. That will help us out a whole lot and help you guys have a blast with this. But that's going to be all for now. So until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.
And I'm Superhero Homie Oz.